Here, here.
This house believes that the state should promote technical education among the youth. Let me first define what is technical education is. Technical education is academic and vocational preparation of students for jobs involving applied science and modern technology. It emphasizes the understanding and practical application of basic principles of science and mathematics, rather than the attainment of proficiency in manual skills that is properly the answer of vocational education. The goal of technical education is to prepare the graduates for occupations that are classified above the skilled crafts, but below the scientific or engineering professions. Our side believes that the state should promote technical education among the youth. Why? First, because there's a lot of out-of-school in our country nowadays, and those who cannot afford to pursue degree courses now. In our nation, they wanted to work first to pursue their chosen career instead of enrolling in short-term or technical school first, thereby resulting in poor workmanship or poor performance because they did not even have the necessary training, plus the fact that they work forced to work in a field that they are not even familiar with. Second, our economic stability can also be affected positively since other technical workers are more in demand to work overseas compared to the professional. We all know that the government pursues people to work overseas since they help with the conversion of different currency to live them higher every time they give money to their families. In line with this, they will be able to help their families as soon as possible because they can study for a short period of time, thereby helping them increase their status in life. This will be discussed further by the Deputy Prime Minister with the next case.
The speaker spoke for 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Thank you, Prime Minister. To open the case on the opposition side, they will call on the leader of opposition.
Here, here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before I present my arguments, I want to clarify and correct something that the Prime Minister has said a while ago. He is trying to say that technical education is the answer for the national problem of the youth in enrolling into a college degree. And enrolling in technical education is the substitute, or should I say, a way to skip tertiary level education and a fastest way to get a job. Am I right, Prime Minister? Prime Minister, is this the kind of perception you want for the youth to be possessed? A perception not healthy for the youth to be possessed. I explain furthermore in a way of presenting my argument why I disagree to you, Prime Minister. Okay, the motion is the state should promote technical education, also known as vocational education, among the youth. Promote means here is the aid of the progress or cause or aim, publicize a certain thing, or raise a priority to a higher rank. For now, we are not ready and capable of promoting technical education. It needs to undergo inelastic stages to accomplish before we promote technical education. First stage, quality of education. Technical education should be prepared by general education. It is through the knowledge taught by basic and secondary level of education. For a long time, education systems are craving for problems. Problems like poor knowledge of students graduating from secondary level, not enough facilities, poor teaching skills of instructor, and more importantly, the quality of education we have. Before anything else, the state should focus their concern in these basic problems. Second stage, mindset. People believe that best student goes to colleges, while the poor one goes to technical education. This general impression to those students coming to technical education proper is a low quality or poor standards of student, which is wrong. If this mindset will not be eliminated, we are not teaching the youth to progress in their own. Instead, we're just making racial discrimination, where we limit our expectation to those students coming from technical education, a sign that we are not ready for promoting technical education. Third step, trending worse scenario. Nowadays, abundance of high school graduates are taking 4-year degree courses. overflowing of college graduates are now facing unemployment. So the action of the state is to limit those who want to pursue four-year degree courses and advertise the technical education. Spread of vocational courses are on a large scale has become doubly important today. In that case, the high school graduates are informed in time of the course they should pursue. We just give importance to technical education proper because we are in it and we have to promote this, and not because technical education graduate is necessary for the balance of our state. Fourth stage, obsolete marketplace, or also known as Lipasna. Colleges degree encourage students to select courses from wide variety of subject areas, while technical education focuses the training in a specific nature of instruction. Technical education offers a limited range of classes and may require students to stay within a single department or subject. It is true that promoting technical education can help to develop mastery of a single subject, but it can also prevent students from experiencing related techniques or subjects. In addition, a specific instruction in highly technical field may not account for emerging technologies nowadays and can leave the student with skills that will soon obsolete in the marketplace. Next stage, fifth stage, lack of diversity. Vocational schools prepare students to work in one specific area. That means that skills learned in vocational school are likely not transferable to another career area. So if the students find after graduating that the trade for which they went to school is really not something they want to spend the rest of their lives working in, they are back to square one. This is not much the case with college degree. Even in highly specialized degree, such as legal management itself, our course, offer recipients the ability to work in a number of fields. For instance, someone with a degree in legal management who doesn't want to be a legal assistant may find a job as a legal researcher or many more. Sixth stage, competition of a saturated market. Since it takes 2 years or less to complete any vocational program, the school can graduate a lot of students in a short span. This can saturate the job market with people who all have the same skill and training. Also, it can cause a student shell out a great amount of money to attend in a vocational program, expecting to be able to begin working in it.
Speakers go for 5 minutes and 5 seconds. Now to review the case of the government side, we may call all the different names.
You're here.
Before I start my speech, I would like to clarify some things that the leader of the opposition said. First, he said that a technical education is not in demand. But I can say that it's not true. Why? Because in abroad and here at the Philippines, still technical education is still in demand. Why do I say so? Because example,
They're here.
the leader of the opposition also said that technical education comprises only one specialization. No. Another clear example is RPIT or our College of Industrial Technology, which offers different majors but still different majors, but offers only 2 years or less. I will proceed now to my speech proper. It doesn't necessarily mean that we have to push our graduates to go abroad and have a brain drain. Rather, use their intelligence, skills, and talents to contribute in our growing economy. That's why we're promoting technical education for our country, especially for the youths, which comprise a large part of our population. Because of this, I'm seeing two factors for attaining economic stability and progress in the Philippines that our Prime Minister told in this week. Of course, through advocating technical education for the youths. First and foremost, we can maintain hiring program completion. As we all know, a normal bachelor's grade college is comprised of 4 or 5 years. Later, that's why parents of college students are doing all the means just to make their children finish college. 4 or 5 years later. 4 or 5 years are very long and parents really need to invest a lot of money for our teaching. That's why we need prioritization for technical education. 2 years or less is enough to complete a technical education program that equips students line further desired course pathway. It will also less expensive because, as what I said, it's just 2 years or less. Parents will just invest right and enough monetary needs to finish the program. The excess money will be used by the families for other more important expenses and needs. Other than this, excess money can be also saved and be consumed for further and future needs. Therefore, in a little way, Filipinos can contribute to uplift their own economic status that will eventually trigger economic excellence. Second, it improves career prospects. Why do I say so? Because from the fact that technical education graduates can now apply that they have learned after completing the program, they can now earn money easily from this. We can infer that application of their learnings is evident that will generate more career exposure. According to a study, it shows that technical education graduates are earning more than those who finish a typical college degree. So therefore, practically and financially wise, technical education is the best choice and option. Not only this. Because the completion is fast, you can enroll and finish another technical education program. If you want to generate much higher income statement, in simple illustration, obviously a person who knows housekeeping and hotel and restaurant services after finishing these 2 programs will earn more money and will have more complex understanding than those who finish only bookkeeping. In short, if you have high skill, you will have a high-wage job that will produce greater incomes. These incomes will greatly help the lives of many families. If many youths are like this, experiencing financial freedom and prosperity in our country will attain economic stability for a nationwide progression. That's why the government is funding technical education programs. That is evident through government's agency, Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or TESDA. Because the government knows the general youth needs these programs to maximize their full potential. With that, I rest my case.
Speakers move for 40 minutes and 41 seconds. Now, third case of the opposition side. We may call on the entity with their opposition. And we are encouraged to both sides to raise and accept the point.
First, we will compliment my dear classmates. First, before I elaborate my arguments, I just want you to hear my rebuttal speech against what word said by the deputy of the Prime Minister of the government side. He said that students may choose what course they want. I just want to have a question for you. Is technical education holds plenty of courses for the students? Actually, no. If yes, do you have any idea whether technical education holds engineering, accountancy, or any bachelor degree? What I mean is this. For example, we all know that engineering or accountancy is a high cost or expensive course in our society. So, can a poor citizen afford for this course? Maybe yes, because of the scholarship program that is promoted by our government. But that's not the case. If there's a scholarship program of the government, why do we need to have this technical education? Second, he said that the jobs that may offer for the people or for the students who graduated from technical education offer with a high salary rate. That's not true. Double salaries for that job is insufficient or will only consume for the bills of the families. So, I have a theory for this. If you are poor citizen before you are studying in technical education, I think you will also be a poor citizen after graduating from it. So, should I go them para wala lang? So, let me introduce to you my arguments. My first argument is this: the time of studying technical education. We all know that the time or the year we use or we consume by the students in the technical education is in a short period of time. So, which is favor for the fast learner. But how about for the slow learners? Especially for the more slow learners. Maybe they need a gradual teaching style to achieve their goals. My second argument is this. This second argument is focusing on the future for those students from technical education. After schooling, it is sure to say that it's better to have a bachelor degree than a technical education graduate. Why? As I said just a while ago, the jobs you may offer for those people from technical education is cheap. I mean, their salaries is cheap. Do you think that the promotion by the state has a betterment for the people, especially for the families who have financial problems? Actually, yes, in the view that they hope that their child will accomplish their studies. But the truth is this: if you will overlook or zoom the situation, the promotion does not actually helpful for the poor society, which is the majority of the population. So that the conclusion is this: technical education is not helpful, and also it will increase the rate of poverty. And my last argument is this: it is focused on how the parents view on their child after graduating technical education. My mother don't want me to be enrolled or to be a student of any of the course of technical education. She said that if I take any of that course offered by that education, her point of view on me will decrease. Actually, not only my parents will decrease on her point of view on me, but also other community that surrounds on me. So that's all. Thank you.
Speakers spoke for 4 minutes and 6 seconds. Thank you to the leader of the opposition. To wrap up the case of the government side, we will call on the first speaker of the government side. Here.
Before I present you my argument, I would like to clarify what the deputy of the leader of the opposition said on their argument, which focuses on crime. Crime is not the basis of status life. It is an accessory to it. What matters most is that how you have been educated. Whether you hold a degree or study technical education, this will depend on you. It's up to you on how you will handle your studies. To sum up our case, we strongly believe that the government should promote technical education to the youth. The fact that there are many out of school youth in the country, the government should help in minimizing them by offering more technical schools. The positive aspect of technical education is the hiring program of completion. Unlike a traditional kind of university program where students must complete approximately 2 years of their coursework, technical education allows students to choose course pathway that most interested. This suggests that students are more likely to complete a program that interests them and the real-world program.
Can I object your speech? You said just a while ago on your first part of your speech that the pride is not the basis of studying. So it means that it is okay for you, and especially for your relatives, that it's okay afterwards.
This suggests that students are more likely to complete a program that interests them and has real-world applications as technical education courses do. With most technical education programs, students are acquiring skills that are relevant to the current workplace. Another benefit of technical education is that it helps in assisting those who have to take up or become unemployed. In these tough economic times like the Philippines, may sound counterintuitive to invest money in career and technical education. However, the opposite is actually true. In times of economic downturn, it's very wise to pay interest in our curriculum Those who choose to invest through career and technical education now will have the skills necessary for the workforce demand in the expand again and will have an easier time finding a new job or career path. For a third world country like us, they will be expected to provide manpower to have a further rise. But for the youth who have this power to help, the government should provide them with education first, especially those who can afford it. So we strongly believe that the government should promote technical education. That
Speaker spoke for 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Thank you, Mr. First Speaker. To wrap up the case of the opposition side, may I call on the third speaker of the opposition side. Here.
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 I just wanted to point out the government side that having, if they're promoting a 2-year technical course, then why would I be enrolling in a professional or bachelor's degree? Since I can be a graduate after 2 years. Example, I wanted to be a computer engineer. I can enroll in a BIT course if I just want about if it will be about computers. For example, I want to be a civil engineer or an architect. I can enroll in a drafting course. So this house, our house, the opposition believes that the state should not promote technical education. Here are my arguments. Technical education lowers the aptitude of students in high school because they would think, why would they want to get high grades? If I can be able to study in a 2-year course without having a goal, technical goal that I would want to enroll in the bachelor's degree program. And if they can have the choice to enroll in the technical school, they would think that it would be time consuming to enroll in the university and get a degree course if the government then would promote technical education. And for that to happen, the professionals or the bachelor degree students would think that it would be unfair because the government will be promoting technical education. And then we're wasting money on a 4-year course. If afterwards we can be rich, for example, the senators in the House of the Representatives or the Senate, they have a salary of 25,000 a month, and OFWs can earn 70,000 a month with just finishing 2-year course. And the senators in the Senate can have 25,000 when they finish the 4-year degree and the law courses. Meaning, they spend too much money on being a professional where they can be richer if they will enroll in a 2-year course. And the government should then focus on giving scholarships to students. I would also want to open up the case of Kristen Tejada. If Kristen had a choice on being a 2-year technical student, then why would she be pushing through the bachelor's degree course in UP? If I was also the student and the government can promise me to be rich,
I recommend to ask that further information about the vice speaker of the government. A 2-year course can be pursued into a 4-year course. And that's why the government is promoting it. So are you planning to ask further course?
yes, the government, the students can choose to pursue their 2-year course. Why would I, if I were the student, why would I pursue the 2-year course if I can go out of the country while the government is selling me? Who would want that? The government will sell you to the other country and the foreigners will come into our country and provide businesses for us to work. Can't you see that the Filipinos are going to be slaves after the 2-year course? We will run out of professionals, we will run out of go abroad. And that was, and if I'm not mistaken, that could be what the government wants, that our own citizens will go abroad and send them, and not take care of them here. And lastly, the government also pointed out that there will be an economic stability. And it's not true, because in our our citizens will be beneficial to other countries. Then the foreigner will persuade them to bring their family there one by one. Then their children will be sent to school by the foreign government, and then the same cycle will surface until there will be no more skilled workers in the Philippines. And with that, I rest.
Speaker spoke for 5 minutes and 2 seconds. We go on the Vice Speaker of the opposition side.
Coming to technical education proper, the problem concerns the quality of students who join technical institutions. Determining how many students should be admitted at different levels and in different specialization, and preserving and imposing quality in the context of the rapid expansion of technical education in recent years. Practical training is very unsatisfactorily organized today, with industry taking every little interest to formulate really the nature, content, and methods of industrial training, which is very important and necessary. The matter of financing of technical education is very important. The majority of beneficiary of technical education is industry. The important hanging question is this: is there abundance in the industry of Philippines? Maybe yes, but is Philippines an industrial country to promote technical education? What we're trying to say is this: we are not ready to promote technical education, and we are capable of doing it in our current condition. What we need is to focus in making college degree graduates, in which it will help to the progress of the economy, rather than promoting technical education. You also point out that promoting technical education is not necessary in times of such this. There's a lot of courses which have bachelor degree that surely will help and develop our fellow men. You also point out that our leader pointed out just a while ago, it is not necessary to have that program in which the courses are welding or etc. For example, it is okay for our side that we can learn how to welding with the help of our relatives or neighborhood. So, should I quote it again that kahit tatay mo tuturuan ka ng welding? So, in our side, we are just focusing in attaining manpower, or well known as YW, or other terms for bagong bayani ng kasalukuyang panahon. For the past years, we are being contented in the bottom of the food chain, but now, our state in need of professionals